On YouTube. So today I'm going to do this video on basically because I've been getting a lot of phone calls from people, and I got some people hit my girl up or whatever, and they've been asking us, advice on just how to excel in life, how to get out of the rat race, so to speak, or they tired of working these same old dead end jobs or whatever. And they call me and they want to get some advice, so I figured I'd do a video on that. Let's see what I got. I can't even understand my handwriting. Well, first of all, let me explain to you this. It's good that you're tired of working your job, because job is actually an acronym, which I learned in high school. My marketing teacher told me it stands for just over broke. So. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all feel like you just over broke. So, and I've always felt like that working a job. So, but anyway, I don't have a one size fits all answer for you. But what I do have, well, first off, if you want the quick answer is this: figure out what you want to do, what you're good at, what you're going, what type of business idea you're going to do. And then when the tax time comes, you get your refund and go do it. That's pretty much the quick answer. Figure out a way to make yourself afford, especially if you got some kids to claim or something. You probably get everybody $5,000 back. Just go ahead and invest it. That's the quick answer if you want the quick answer. Now the real answer is this. Alright, first thing you need to do is go listen to or read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Me personally, I listen to the audio book on YouTube, because see, what I do is before I broke my game, I used to, if I wanted to play the game, I say, okay, I can play the game, but I have to do something productive, so I listen to an audio book at the same time. So that was how I first got through Rich Dad Poor Dad the first time. I read it several times after that. But so listen to Rich Dad Poor Dad or read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and the reason why is because you can get $100,000 right now, and if you don't know what to do that $100,000, then you're gonna lose it tomorrow. So what Rich Dad Poor Dad is gonna do is teach you the difference between an asset and a liability. It's gonna explain to you the difference between the employee-minded person and the business-minded person, and all of that. It's gonna break down the 4 quadrants, and it's gonna explain to you what money is and how it works in this country. All right. Let me see. And also on that note, look at anything Robert Kiyosaki on YouTube. He has all types of videos where he's actually standing up and he's at the whiteboard and he's breaking down to you things that he know. And I haven't, other than Napoleon Hill, who did Think and Grow Rich, which is the other book that I would tell you about, but you can do that down the line. But other than Napoleon Hill, Robert Kiyosaki is probably hands down the best person of our time as far as financial education and self-help. So make sure you check that out. And also, like I was saying, Think and Grow Rich, you can get that once you understand the basics in Rich Dad Poor Dad. Then you can graduate to Think and Grow Rich, which is going to get to a whole nother level of attracting money to you, which will lead you into the law of attraction. And there's all types of law of attraction videos out there. Then there's also As a Man Thinketh. I forgot the guy's name who wrote that, but that's another one. So start off with Rich Dad Poor Dad, then you want to graduate to Think and Grow Rich, and then all the metaphysical aspects that comes with that subject. All right. The second thing you want to do after you read Rich Dad Poor Dad is, okay, now that you know what an asset is, figure out what your assets are going to be. If you know that you do hair, and you say, okay, well, I do hair, so I'm going to start a salon. That way, I can also do hair out of the salon, and then I can rent out booths to other hairstylists and make residual income off of them, as well as making I think it's called linear income off the money that I make out the salon. So that's your one asset. Then your second asset would be, maybe you want to buy some properties and rent some properties out. That'll be your second asset. Then your third asset will be, look, you're learning something. You're doing business now. Guess what? You can start a YouTube account. make money off of YouTube. You know what I mean? So that's your third asset. And then your fourth one can be, I don't know, anything. You think of something, I don't care. But either way, the goal is to get multiple streams of incomes, alright? And once you establish that, you can quit your job, alright? So step one was reach that poor dad. Step two was figure out what your assets are going to be. Step three is to make a plan, which I kind of jumped the gun on that last one, but to get your plan. Get your plan and figure out, okay, now that I know what I can make money off of, plan how much you think you can make off of each asset, for each quarter. And do it quarter. Well, of course, you're going to do monthly, but you want to see what you can make each quarter. Well, let me break it down. See what you can make each month off of each asset. Then quarterly, reevaluate each asset and adjust them so that hopefully you should be trending up in each category of what you can be making. And also, while I'm saying that you want to have multiple streams of incomes, you have to understand this too, that you can't do all of them at one time. When I say plan, you just want to write down what you plan on, what fields you plan on doing, what assets you plan on having. But you can, 9 times out of 10, most of you can only afford to start one at a time. And not only afford, but your focus. Your focus can only handle one at a time. Because like the law of attraction teaches us is, you have to become, or I think Go Rich teaches you this, you have to become obsessed with that thing. You have to develop a passion, what they call it, a burning desire for it. All right. So you want to focus on that one thing, but once you get one established, okay, now go to the next one that you had planned. Then go to the next one that you had planned, to the point where you have multiple streams of income coming in. All right. So anyway, so when you're planning, you want to plan how much you're going to make off those assets, and then you're going to get to the point where you say, okay, now by May of next year, I should be able to quit my job and have X amount of dollars in the bank and be making X amount of dollars per month off of these assets. Alright? And that's pretty much it. That's all you need. And then step 4 is you quit your job. That's it. And don't be afraid to quit. Don't listen to what the old head said at your job or whatever and tell you how you need to retire and all that, because I'm going to tell you, and Robert Kiyosaki is going to tell you too when you listen to that the audio book, is older people know the old rules of money. They don't know the new rules of money. All they know is get a good job that has good benefits and retire. Get a pension. And those days are fading away. That's pretty much, that doesn't exist anymore. Social Security, we all know, is going to be depleted probably when we get older. The other thing, like I said, I don't know, I won't get on that in this video. But I just wanted to add some things at the end. I want to say, first of all, I apologize for these videos being spaced so far apart. I'm busy. That's the first thing. And the second thing, to be honest with y'all, I'm not a talkative person. I'm more of a listener, and so I have to build up the nerve to do these videos. But I know that I have knowledge, and I know that there's people that come from the same type of background that I come that could use the information that I'm learning as I grow up. So that's my goal, is to share that with y'all. Alright? And so those are the 2 reasons why it's taking me so long. But trust me, just keep pushing me, keep commenting, and that's what motivates me to do more, is when I get comments and when I get people asking me questions. Alright? And the second thing is, Che Marie, I haven't forgot you. I'm going to do that video for when you for beginners who just bought the franchise. Alright, so thank y'all guys for watching. I hope this helped. Please comment, subscribe, like, and share if you need to. Thank you.